Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use a Brother Fax machine, a Brother 575, a Brother Fax 575. How to use this to create tattoo stencils. Now normally I would do it by hand and it would take me minutes to do. And it just ate up a lot of time. And this machine can do it in a few seconds. Just get it done. And all you need is just your Brother Fax machine, Brother 575. Cost me around a little over $35 at Office Max. You're going to need some painter's tape, a pair of scissors, a blank sheet of copy paper, and the image that you want to tattoo. I don't know if you can see this thing, but it has a lot of detail in it. Now this machine won't be able to pick up all of that detail, only the brights and darks, but I wanted to show you the capabilities of it. Now if it's a basic stencil with just black and white outline, then this thing will do it with no problem. You'll also need some thermal transfer paper. Now there's thermal and there's hectograph. The hectograph will not work for you. It will not work for you. Only the thermal. And you can tell the difference between the two is because the ink sheet on the hectograph has more of a blackish color, and the ink sheet on the thermal has more of a purple color. Okay, so let's get the hectograph out of here. Hectograph, no. Thermal, yes. Okay. First thing that we're going to do is get rid of this white tissue paper slip that's right next to the thermal ink. Not the first sheet, but the second one, the one that just falls right out. Just get rid of that. And you're going to put it face down to where the yellow side is facing up and the white side is facing down. And what you're going to do next is kind of measure, or you can print out another image. And what is important is that when you print out your image to make a stencil, you need to make sure that it's flipped or reversed from the original image. Otherwise, when you apply the stencil on the person, the stencil is going to be backwards. So you want to print out your image that you're stenciling from flipped or reversed, if that makes sense. Hopefully that does. And you're going to want to make sure that the glossy side is up on this one. And you want to cut out the exact size or close to it of ink from this sheet that matches the size of your image. Now you can either print two of these out, cut out one so that it matches exactly, or you can eyeball it. And I've eyeballed it. So get this out of the way. Going to cut that size out. Of course, I'm going to go a little bit bigger to compensate for any mistakes that I'm going to get this out of my way. Now I still have my ink sheet, and here comes the tricky part. What you want to do is line it up on your free sheet. Let me get the scissors out of the way. Line it up on your free sheet so that it matches the exact location of this image. With the glossy side up, remember, glossy side up, I'm going to try to match that location on there. Again, there's an easy way to do this. You can place this sheet behind this sheet, hold it up to a light source, and mark off little marks to show you exactly where this image is on the paper. But again, I've eyeballed it for this tutorial. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm not tattooing this on anyone. Next thing you're going to do is tape it down using your painter's tape. You're going to tape down all four sides. Press the tape all the way down. Make sure it's smooth, or it will get caught in the machine, which is no fun. First tape the top and then the bottom. If you take the top and then a side, it will get caught in the machine, and it will be more difficult for you to remove the stencil if it does make it through. So top, bottom, side, and then side. Making sure that the application of the tape is smooth. Alright, now we are ready to print. Now this thing will power on by itself. Once you plug it in, you want to place the image that you have, face it away from you into the first slot. And then you want to take your sheet with the ink on it, the ink sheet on it, face it away from you, and put it in the second slot in the back. Okay, so now that the sheets are in, you're going to hit copy once and then copy twice. And then just let the machine do its job. Now it doesn't take long at all, but it does take its time. Don't pull on the sheets, don't tug on the sheets, just let the thing cycle through. You'll be tempted to try to pull on this bottom sheet or top sheet from here, but just let it do its thing. It's almost done. Okay, so finally the machine is finished cycling through, so let's see what we got. I'll slide this out of the way. Remove my stencil and start peeling off the tape. And you want to be somewhat careful while doing this so that you don't rip your stencil, but you don't have to baby it. Slowly remove the tape. I try not to get too anxious because I just want to see the end result of this thing. I just want to see the end result. Just try not to be anxious. But it is difficult. I'm not the most patient person. Ripping a little bit of the white copy paper, but that's fine. You won't need that. You only need that white tissue paper underneath this ink sheet. So that's the one you want to be careful of ripping. Alright, last strip of tape. Right. Now take this off, get rid of the white copy paper, you don't need it anymore. Get rid of this top ink sheet, you can trash that, no longer need it. And we're left with this here. Let me see if I can adjust the focus so you can see that. This is what we're left with. This here, this is our stencil. And this, as you can see, it didn't pick up all of the details from the image, but it gives you a really good map to go by, which is all a stencil is. It's a map, a guide. And yeah, you can take it from here and place it directly onto the customer, but make sure when you're actually doing a stencil for a customer that you're as clean as possible. I'm doing this tutorial from my place, so I'm not trying to create a sterile environment, just doing a tutorial for you guys, but you want to make sure that everything is clean before you place your stencil. If you want to see more tutorials, just go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.